Thank you for tuning in to the BHLC podcast. I got a great show for y'all tonight. First and foremost, I'm down here at 21st Germantown, making it happen while I'm always there on the second Saturday of the month. They got a lot of great things going on tonight. They got a karaoke going on tonight. Starts at 9 o'clock. It's free. Y'all come down here and enjoy yourself and do some karaoke and get your drink on. And come see Ashley, the bartender. She'll take care of you. I'm just glad to be here tonight. Glad to be here right here in Louisville, Kentucky. Right here, like I said, 21st Germantown, doing my podcast today. I got a great podcast. I got a great guest, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. But let me go over a couple of my sponsors here, a couple of my people. First of all, Nicole Scott Incorporated, NicoleScottIncorporated.com, NicoleScott.inc. Take it back, NicoleScott.inc. Check out, she got a different type of variety of clothing, all type of clothing. You can, a variety of diversity of clothing. She's based out of Louisville, but I think she's in Atlanta. So, and she might even be back here in Louisville. So, also give much love to my dentist, Dr. Kane. He's one of my sponsors here on this podcast and have been for a while. Go check him out, 7405 LaGrange Road here in Louisville, Kentucky. He's going to be having soon, opening in November through Kentucky Alternative Care dispensary here, marijuana dispensary. So get your marijuana card so you can go see him at his new spot, which opens up in November, I think, somewhere on Boys Town Road. So look into that off the KAC, which is Kentucky Alternative Care, which is wellness above and beyond. Also, too, more than anything, make sure you subscribe to my podcast on YouTube. Go to YouTube, subscribe. Also, I'm on Spotify, so give me a listen or whatever on Spotify. But definitely go to YouTube and subscribe, and you can watch it, share it, and do whatever you want to do. Watch it. You can watch it during your break at work. You can watch it when you ain't doing nothing at work, because I know it happens to you a lot. And so, also, too, like I said, I'm on Spotify with that. Anything else I want to go over? Okay, yeah. Just these couple things. This is National Wellness Month. August is National Wellness Month, so make sure you take care of your health. Your body, mind, and spirit is very important. Take care of your health. It's National Wellness Month. It's also Black Business Month here in August. Support Black business here locally or nationally. Support that. And also, it's one of my favorites for August, National Golf Month. I'm going to support that because I'm going to go play golf maybe tomorrow. So make sure you support that. Now, with that said, I got a great guest for y'all this evening. I was really, I feel blessed and lucky to get him, because everything that's going on in this world today, everybody's struggling one way or another, whether it's financially, mentally, physically, whatever. And I really think my guest this evening is going to help you out. If you got somebody in your family that's struggling, that may be homeless or just might need a little help, or whatever the case may be, this is the podcast for you to be watching right now. And watch and share it too, if you find a lot of interesting things what my guest is about to say to you. He's supported at stjohncenter.org here in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to let him elaborate a little bit on what he does and what the St. John Center do. But you got to give him a BHLC podcast, which stands for Big Head Light Skin Community Podcast. Welcome. All my subscribers, I want y'all to show some love, first and foremost, for a good person here. I'm great bring in Jim Fulkerson. I hope I said his name right, Jim Fulkerson. Did I say your name right?
You sure did.
Okay, thank you. Man, I'm so glad to have you, man, on this beautiful August 9th day here in Louisville, Kentucky, on my podcast. Yeah. I didn't want to go in depth too much about what you do and how you work at St. John Center. So, but that's why I used to start my podcast. I always let my guests tell a little bit about themselves and a little bit about themselves personally, who as they are and what they do. So go ahead.
Yeah. And thanks for giving me and St. John Center the opportunity to speak to you on it. It's great to meet you, Lovis.
And great to meet you too.
Thank you. So I quick background with St. John Center. I started actually as I was a web developer back in 2016, and I started volunteering at St. John Center because of some word of mouth that I heard about it. And I quickly learned once I started volunteering there that it was a place for me. I knew then that I just wanted to work in the nonprofit sector, like pretty much the rest of my career. When I started, I really didn't know much about homelessness or about St. John Center for that matter. But the
Okay.
more I spent time around there, I learned pretty quickly that I really liked their philosophy of compassion and, meeting people exactly where they are, physically and both literally and figuratively.
Right.
And also just, everybody there is there because they want to be there, and that was the first time I'd ever been around, volunteering and working at a place where, people are there because they want to be there and they feel very strongly about the work we're doing. So,
Mhm.
so that's how I got involved with them in the beginning. So, yeah, I've been there about 5 years as a staff member. So,
Okay, that's great. That's great, man. Because
yep,
I met a couple other people you work with. They the ones that turned me on to you to do the podcast,
yeah,
which I thought was great. And uh,
yeah,
more than anything, and I did a little homework on St. John Center because I was like, man, I
cool,
didn't know y'all been established since, I think it's 39 years since
yeah,
1986. And I was like,
yeah,
wow, I did a little history on you all. And y'all have done a lot
yeah,
of great things for this city and for
yeah,
people, human beings. You've done a lot.
yeah,
Well, I see now
yeah,
what I want to say to you, because I know you have volunteer services. And for anybody
yeah,
that's watching this podcast that wants to volunteer their time to help with what y'all do and
yeah,
everything down there,
mhm,
how
yeah,
would they go about doing that? They just come down to the place, or would they
absolutely.
sign up online? Or
Yeah, we've really made it as easy as possible. We actually have numerous 2-hour volunteer shifts that people can work every day of the week if they want, or is a couple days a week if they want. But they're only in 2-hour blocks, and we have our volunteers are very deeply involved. We don't. Our volunteers don't just do things that oh, we need this done or that done, but they are centrally involved in our mission and in serving people who are experiencing homelessness at the day shelter. So, that could,
right,
yeah. So we have like different, like when I started as a volunteer, I started as just signing people in, directing them where they needed to go. We also
okay,
have like somebody who has answers the phones. People who give out fresh towels and washcloths and hygiene products to individuals who need to take a shower at the day
okay,
shelter.
hmm,
We have mail services. So individuals who don't
wow,
have a home to go to, they can receive their mail at St. John Center. So
oh, that's great.
volunteering is very, we try to streamline it. So you can go to our site, www.stjohncenter.org, go under the volunteering subpage in the main menu, and you'll find a lot of information there, as well as some orientation videos that you can watch. And because I think I recommend people to do that, because especially for individuals who haven't really worked with people
Right,
who are experiencing homelessness, they don't really know exactly what they're walking into, and so those
right,
videos really make it a lot easier to do that, because you kind of know ahead of time like what we're about and what it's like to volunteer in the
right,
shelter. So yeah, and
yeah.
Keisha Gardner is our volunteer coordinator, and she's absolutely wonderful. So
That's great because I'm just sitting here
yeah.
drinking water. I know it look like vodka, but I don't drink. So anyway, I had to get that out. But anyway, because I'll probably be down at the homeless shelter here soon if I was drinking. But long story short,
I hear you.
I think it's because, because like I know I was looking this up too. I was just doing a little research. I think
Yeah,
here in the whole United States, just the whole United States, homelessness is at an all-time high. They were talking
yeah,
about I think it's been the highest ever been since 1994.
yeah,
So it's definitely something that your St. John Center, which is a nonprofit organization, is really, really in need of here in
hmm
Louisville. And y'all been an extension, a helping arm, and open arms to
hmm
people and helping them that are homeless. And I know a lot of people like, and I've always speak about this on my podcast. Me being a veteran, I know there's a lot of veterans that are
yeah,
homeless and may come here, and I feel like they shouldn't have to be
yeah,
homeless. And some of them I know choose to be. I get that, but some of them
yeah.
shouldn't have to be. And I know y'all will open your arms and doors to them easily because my heart's kind of special to
Absolutely.
veterans. If you serve this country, you deserve to
Yeah,
have somewhere to get your mail, eat some food, something, and that's real
absolutely.
close. That's
Yeah.
real close to me. So, and I know, like I said, there's a lot of homeless veterans, and some people won't even tell you they're homeless. That's why I tell
hmm
people. It's like I'm gonna elaborate on this too. Like I guess it's about 10 or 20 years ago, me being a stand-up comedian, and it was one of the best shows I did because of the cause. It was at the Louisville Comedy, was at the Comedy Caravan, probably about, I'm gonna say 15, 20 years ago. I did a
Okay.
show for homeless kids. It was for homeless kids. People don't think kids are homeless,
Awesome.
but they are homeless. And I
Yeah.
did that, and that was a great show you do because it was for that cause. Kids are homeless too. The only meal might
Yeah.
be at school. So
That's right.
And I'm sure you see this on a daily day basis, different
Yeah.
things that come through. Can you explain a lot of things you do deal with on a daily day
Yeah.
basis? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I work on our mission advancement team. So we're in charge of really communicating with the public about what
Mhm.
our mission is. We get support from the community. We get a pretty wide variety of funding, which is good because we don't rely on just one. We have a pretty wide array of funding, federal
Okay.
grants, corporate grants, private donors. We really
Right.
couldn't do what we do without that kind of support. So yeah, so I work in mission advancement, and I get to tell the story about the amazing work that's being done down in our day shelter,
Mhm.
from our street outreach team. We have basically three different programs at St. John Center: a day shelter and social services center. That's open
Okay.
every day. Yeah,
Okay.
open 7 days a week, 8 to 4.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and in 1986 they had or 1985, I believe, they had decommissioned the St. John Church that's on Muhammad Ali, and I think it was
Okay.
Chestnut then,
Yeah,
and
700 West Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
yeah,
700 West Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
700 East Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
East. I'm sorry.
Yep.
East. Yes.
That's
Okay.
all right. Yeah, and I know that because some people have gone to the West location and they're like, "Oh, I don't see St. John Center." So yeah,
Right. Okay.
but yeah, so I get to tell the story of like what they're doing, and so yeah, we have our day shelter is really our kind of bread and butter, program where we open every day. People can come in. The only requirements that we have are that you identify as male, that you are 18 and over,
Mhm.
and that you're homeless. Those are the only three. So we were
Right.
what you would call a low barrier shelter, and we really work hard to meet people where they are. We're a very human centric organization, and we also employ evidence based practices to the work we do. So
Mhm.
and that's another thing that really got me involved with St. John Center. So
Yeah.
yeah, the day shelters is a great place. We have the services that I mentioned earlier that we those immediate needs, but we also have, speaking of veterans, we have a VA representative that comes on site numerous times a week.
Oh, that's
We have a
nice.
very close relationship, and
Mhm.
an interesting point about that is in 2010, our veteran population, St. John Center, was about 25%. And
Wow.
in about shortly after that, the VA started their own permanent supportive housing program, which means that uh, it's housing first. So you
Right.
get the individual into housing to create the stability needed for them to be able to build their life back.
Right.
And after the VA started that, our veteran population went down from 25% to about 10% within
Right.
just a relatively short time. So it really is a testament to housing first, and really recognizing that housing is and getting housing is a huge barrier for a lot of people in our community.
Yeah.
And then we also have a street outreach team that goes out in the community during the week and connects people who are living on the streets, living in encampments. They go and connect them to critical services that will eventually help them get back into housing as well. And they serve everyone pretty much who is experiencing homelessness in the community. And then we have a permanent supportive housing program, which we have a little bit over 100 people in. And this is housing plus ongoing case management. So this is really geared for people who have experienced chronic homelessness for a good portion of their life.
Mhm.
And our case managers help them, with appointments. They help them kind of navigate life. They help them, learn life skills. And we just opened up a new single site housing
It's real
complex.
nice.
Yes, out off of Preston Highway. And it has 80 units, and we opened that back in March. It's called Sheehan Landing, named after our founder, whose sister Mary Kathleen Sheehan. So actually, I really should have started with that because
it was
an awesome story. Yeah.
Yes.
And she saw the need for a day shelter back in 1986. So her and some other volunteers got together and opened St. John Center as a day shelter because when people left the overnight shelters during the daytime, they didn't have anywhere to go. So that's kind of the genesis of St. John Center.
Right. Yep. See, that's why I wanted to ask you. I was going to ask you about the funding, but you already covered that, which is great. I was going to ask you about how y'all got your funding, which is great, because I know funding is kind of probably tough right now with the way things are going with the government and everything. And I get that. But my other question was more than anything was I want to ask you, because I say this in respect to what's going on in the world today, and especially maybe in the city of Louisville. Much respect to it. Yeah. What age? Because I know y'all probably see all type of age, but what age do y'all accept people? I mean, because you might have even a 12 or 13-year-old out here be homeless, at this point. Yeah. So I know you see different. What ages do you see? And what age do you have to be to come here to get some assistance, just a little help on a daily basis or every now and then or whatever?
Sure.
As far as your age.
Yeah. So the day shelter serves people who identify as male, who are 18 and over and are currently experiencing homelessness, which would be the HUD. The HUD definition of homelessness would be, you don't have a permanent dwelling to go to, or you are in danger of losing it within 14 days. That's HUD's version of homelessness. So that's what we consider homelessness. And now for our outreach team, they serve women, children in the community. And it's very individualized care that our team gives. So like you're saying, ages, I mean, when I first started at St. John Center, I could not get over the diversity and how diverse everybody was by every metric, by age, by ethnic background, by, religion, by everything. And that really quickly drove home that homelessness is not an identity. Homelessness is a condition. And I think we really need to reframe the conversation around homelessness to it as a condition and not as an identity that just, is who you are, so. Yeah.
Everybody, if I see a homeless person, I don't look at him no differently because he's a human being first and foremost. We all human beings and we all got a story through our life. Nobody's perfect. We've all made mistakes. Every now and then people need help just to get to maybe a certain point in their life. So who am I to sit here and judge somebody differently? That's why I tell people, that helping hand you helping out could be the helping hand to save your life. So that's why I always tell people, I look at people as human beings. It just seems like in today's time we so judgmental on things. So and I try not to be like that, and it's so easy to be because a lot of people in the world are so different. They really are.
Absolutely.
So I look at everybody as a human being first and foremost. And I treat people as a human being first and foremost. And it's so great what y'all doing there too. I didn't know nothing about that St. John Center place, which is really great. And for my sake, I know I want to put a link. I'm gonna put a link or something. I'm gonna get you to send me a link I can put on my page for
I would be happy to
go to it because people need to know about that and you come here to get some hot water, or take a shower, or whatever it may be. So because people out here having it very, very tough. And some tough times right now. Jobs are getting cut. This is getting cut. People not eat. It's just a lot of things happening right now, and people just need a little help here and there. And that's what you were there for, being a nonprofit organization and being in St. John Center, helping people out. And y'all been doing it for 39 years. So evidently, you've been doing something right to be established 39 years here. And you're hit 40 years next year. You have 40-year anniversary. So
that's coming right around the corner.
Yeah. That says
stay tuned.
Definitely. That says a lot. It really does, considering what y'all doing and everything. With that said, I know y'all probably been part of a lot of, I guess you've been on Fox 41 News. Y'all sponsored and helped a lot of people around different things that have certain events going on in the city. I know y'all have done that too a lot.
Yeah. So recently, our outreach manager, Brian McAdams, and some other people, we actually started a new outreach referral system. And this is just a web landing page that you can go to. You can save it to your home screen on your phone. You can share the QR code with other people. But if you see individuals who are experiencing homelessness and they need help, instead of calling the police, you can call this, visit this webpage and give as little or as much information as you want. You can also choose if you want them to follow up with you about it. Some information is going to be confidential, obviously, and we do really respect the confidentiality of our clients who come into our shelter and who we serve in outreach. So we can only share so much information about it unless they say it's okay. But yeah. So we just got that off the ground about 2 weeks ago, and we're really happy that it's up and running, and we can maybe get in before law enforcement has to show up, and we can also lighten the load, for them. Yeah. So
that's great, and it sounds like the outreach program is really reaching out to people.
Absolutely,
and that's great because on a daily basis you got to think about. I know, or at least on a weekly basis, you see 1 or 2 homeless people easily.
Right. And
what is it? Just tell them, hey, here's a card to go check out this outreach program or whatever. Talk to them about, what does that hurt? So that's why I said that. That's why I said that is great what the outreach program's doing, because it's getting out there, actually touching the ones that are homeless. And that is great.
Absolutely.
I just know it's just so great for what y'all doing, and by, like I said, homelessness being at an all-time high, you just never know what a person's going through. And I know mental health is a big thing too, and I'm sure y'all take in a lot of people, like you were saying, it's identity more than a condition, and mental health can be like that too. Just because a person has a mental health don't mean they're not a great human being. I tell people that they still can be a great human being, because there's some of the people at the highest level have mental health issues. So they should not be looked at indifferently, So
absolutely,
definitely. Is there anything else you want to go for being this? Because you've just been a great guest. You've been pretty thorough. You've been very thorough.
Yeah. I can talk as long as you need. I can talk all day about St. John Center.
Yeah, I can tell, and it sounds like a great place to be at, to do volunteer work and to work at Prairie, just to be there, and helping people out. Helping people out is definitely a humbling thing and very noble, and I'm sure the people that work there and volunteer their services enjoy it. Just come down and help people out that need the help. You'd be surprised how much that, not only are you touching that person, it also touches you as a person doing it,
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of times we forget that, staying home.
Yeah.
We so quick.
Absolutely. I tell a lot of people that place, helped me just like it helps the people coming in the front door. You know what I mean? As a person. Absolutely. I also wanted to mention our outreach team, when they come and visit, they are going to give a very constructive, compassionate response that's going to be really individualized to that person's situation. So that's really what we do at St. John. So we're a solutions-based, human-first organization, and so that's what we do.
Yeah, anybody. Guy told me this a long time ago about a guy that was my supervisor years ago, and we had a little misunderstanding. But this is what he told me after it was all over, and it was water under the bridge. He said, "Hey, anybody can be part of the problem, be part of the solution," and that is so true. Anybody can be part of the problem, be part of the solution. And one of my things I always say on this podcast, I'm really into LSI, and LSI stands for Learn, Share, and Inspire. So my biggest things I talk about in this podcast: learn, share, that. Inspire. Every day, all day, and
awesome.
Just like I said, I wanted to have you on here to elaborate on St. John, and you've covered a lot of stuff. I'm going, like I said, send me the links or whatever. I'm at the edge as a Facebook friend too. I definitely need to do that. And you can send it to me through Gmail. I'd rather send it to me through chat message so I can put it on my page, because I have so many followers and everything. And being stand-up comedian help this podcast, because I'm always trying to help people. There are stand-up comedians that are homeless too. So that's why I say I'm just trying to help people, and that's what this podcast is about helping the people. It's for the people and by the people, and it is the people. It's a lot of diversity.
That's awesome.
And that's what this is about. And I'm so glad to have you all, and I'm glad to have you on here. And hopefully this won't be the last time. Now, we'll say this.
Come back.
Yeah, you definitely will have to. If I look into near future, if I start thinking about doing a comedy show for homelessness and where all the money goes to I was thinking, see, my wheels were turning.
Yeah.
Money
Nice.
goes straight to St. John's Center for Homelessness, to the outreach or whatever. That would be great. And that's something I'm thinking about maybe doing here at 21st Germantown to get the people to come out, just come out, donate, and we have a nice comedy show that I get some comedians and I might put it together because, like I said, I'm always about humbling and giving back because I've been truly blessed just to be in the position I'm in my life right now. And I don't take that for granted. So, and I was definitely blessed to have you as my guest tonight. So I appricate that. Nice meeting you. And
you too, Lovis.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
You married? You single or whatever?
Yeah. I'm married. I've been married for 14 years now. So,
14 years?
Lovely wife. And we live in New Albany. So, yep.
Okay. Well, I knew it was the reason why you was looking so good and smiling so much. It's a queen somewhere to carry you. That's what it is.
I have to say, I'm a pretty lucky guy.
Yeah, you got a wonderful wife taking care of you. I'm married too. I've been married for a while too, so I ain't gonna even put the number out there. But I've been married, and this, like I said, hey, it is what it is, and I love her to death. So, and that's what makes us men better. Is there anything else you want to go before I leave? I mean, you can put on how to before you get leave her. Just put out.
Yes.
I think you already put out there how to contact.
Absolutely.
St. John's Center, whatever.
Yeah, our website is www.stjohncenter.org. It's stjohncenter.org. Just go there. You can access our information about volunteering, other ways that you can get involved. You can also donate gifts of shelter supplies. We always need supplies in the shelter. Always a need. So, and we always keep our list updated. So you can go to our site and find our updated list all the time. And if you want to support us financially, you can also do that there as well. Okay, well, I'm glad you put that out there because besides me being a stand-up comedian and doing this podcast, I have been an employee of UPS for years, and you never know, I might get talk to somebody at work about maybe doing something for y'all too. So, but it was definitely. I feel the love, and I'm thank you for being a guest on my podcast. And for what it's worth, I'll let you know I'm going to run this podcast again probably next week or two. That's what I do, just so other people can see it and embrace it and what we talked about, and maybe they might have a relative or friend or somebody that might need that help. So, and I appreciate you being a guest, man. I really do, man. So you enjoy the rest of your evening and have a great day with you and your family, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the weekend.
You too, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, Jim.
Take care. You too.
You too.
All right.
Well, it was Jim Fulkerson of the St. John's Center.org. Great person. If y'all know somebody that's homelessness, that's going through some things, just need a little help, go to St. John's Center's website or go to this outreach program and get that help immediately. Because we all only human. Every now and then we all need help at one time or another in our life. So, and with that said, make sure you subscribe to the BHLC podcast on YouTube. Subscribe, or give me a listen on Spotify. I'll be back September 13th, right here at 21st Germantown, doing my podcast again and have another great guest. I was really, really blessed to have him as a guest, and he was outstanding to talk about all the things that is going on here as far as with the St. John's Center, which has been around almost 40 years. So I was truly blessed to have that. And don't take it lightly, mental health and all that. Because you just never know when everybody needs a little help every now and then. So I tell people, a text can help you out, a hug or whatever, and what we're going through in today's time. Also, too, I was just at the Louisville Comedy Club this past Wednesday night. While I was the last person, I shut it down. I was a headliner. And so I would really appreciate if you continue to support me at the Louisville Comedy Club. For those who have supported me, I really appreciate it. If you haven't, please come out and see me. When you see the flyer on my Facebook page is Big Head Light Skin Comedian LB. Big Head Light Skin Comedian LB. Send me a friend request and I'll add you, even if I don't know you, but I gotta trust you. So, like I said, I'll be at the Louisville Comedy Club next month. I don't know when, but look out for that flyer on my page. So be looking for that. Also, too, like I said, one more time, I'm gonna go over real quick. Like I said, Dr. Kane's my dentist. He's also my sponsor on here, and Nicole Scott Incorporated for Diverse Clothing. And also KAC, Kentucky Alternative Care, be coming soon too here in Louisville. So y'all go support that with Dr. Kane and Dispensary on Boystown Road in November. With that said, I hope everything's been a great evening for you all enjoying this podcast. And if you've enjoyed it and you know somebody else to enjoy it, please pass it on. And if you know somebody needs some help through the outreach program, which he was talking about, please give them their help. I'm gonna put that link on my Facebook page, or probably I don't know if I can put it on my YouTube page, but as the podcast is blinking on me doing some bipolar stuff. I tell people all the time, enjoy yourself, enjoy the moment, because we all only a moment away from leaving. So enjoy the moment. The moment is all you have. I tell people, and we take it for granted, but all you have is the moment. So enjoy the moment more than anything. Like I said, September 13th, I'll be right back here at 6 o'clock, the BHLC podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for supporting this podcast. I appreciate everything y'all do and supporting and commenting and everything. Thank you, Varnez Huff, for supporting and checking it out. Also, Kenny Never Been Skinny. I seen you came in too, so I appreciate everybody's love and support. With that said, y'all enjoy your Saturday, and thank you so much for being part of this podcast. I salute y'all. Much love, BHLC podcast. I love y'all. And don't forget to check me out at the Louisville Comedy Club next month. Just check out the flyer I'm going to put on my page. Much love to y'all. Love y'all.